You are now tuned in to your boy Coach Tate. It's time to grow. Get it. Let's grow. What up, everybody? It's your boy Coach Tate. Let's grow. Get it. I love that slogan. Let's grow. All right. So today we're going to be talking about the art of asking for help and overcoming fear and building confidence, right? So I want to start out with this question. I'm gonna challenge you. Let's start out with this question of why don't we ask for help? Why? I'm gonna give you a few seconds to just answer that question. So, if you're like me, one of my reasons for not asking for help, well, used to be my reason, was judgment. No one likes being judged, right? And if you ask for help, others, you never know what another person may think. And I think the biggest part of that judgment came from myself. I was judging myself based on what I felt the other person would say. So I feared being judged. That's the reason why I didn't ask for help. So if you fear being judged or stigmatized, like you worry about what someone else might say to you, right? So that's one reason why we don't ask for help. There's many reasons why we don't ask for help. It just depends on you. Some of us don't like feeling vulnerable. Some of us don't like rejection. Some of us don't like, the unknown. And some of us don't like the feeling of having lost control of something. So asking for help really, even if you don't like losing control of things, asking for help is a tool that everyone should have in their inbox. So how do I overcome these fears? Or how do you overcome these fears? Can you think of anything? What is it? I could give you a few things straight off the bat. First, we got to recognize that asking for help is a sign of strength. Is a sign of strength because you had to think about it like this. You had to overcome all the judgment that you thought you would go through. You had to overcome the fear of being vulnerable. You had to overcome the fear of the unknown. You had to overcome rejection or the fear of rejection. So it's a strength to ask for help. It's definitely not a weakness. One other thing you got to do is you got to remind yourself that everybody needs help at some point. So don't take no shame in asking for it. Other things you could do, seek out sources of support. Ask family, friends. You can even go to a professional. You gotta really educate yourself on what to expect when asking for help. When you educate yourself on what to expect, there might be a little bit of rejection. Someone might say no, but it's okay. You still got other people. You have to know what to expect when asking for help. That way it doesn't feel like it's a big task. Also, last but not least, practice self-compassion. The thing you want to do is remind yourself it's okay to feel vulnerable. It's okay to feel afraid. Practice that. Not a lot of us got self-compassion. Or I should say God, but not a lot of us have self-compassion. You ask people what self-compassion is, they gonna be like, what's that? I ain't got it. Is that stuff that you show to other people? That's compassion, but what is self-compassion? We need to practice self-compassion and make sure that we remind ourselves that, no matter what we're going through, it's okay. Now, for those of us that's on the flip side of things of asking for help, I want to ask you, how might you build up the confidence to begin to even start asking? What is something that you can do to start that? And what does that process look like for you? A lot of times people say, "Oh, I can do this, I can do this," but what is the process? How are you going to start implementing that? I can tell you right now, we need to start small. We need to divide, like, if you have a really big issue where you feel like you cannot ask for help, divide that. Maybe that issue can be divided into little parts and categories. Maybe you can get a little bit of help with an area in that specific issue. Maybe you can get a little help with something else later down the line with that issue, right? So start small. Don't try to conquer something huge. Although you can, but don't try to conquer something huge if we don't have the confidence to do that. All right? So start small to build that confidence in seeking help. Like I said, practice self-compassion. You've really got to hone in on the reflection piece of this. It takes courage to seek help. It takes courage because you've got to have the courage to face all the what is it? I want to say negative self-talk, or you've got to have the courage to face your fears. So practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself because you are actually you are engaged in conquering your fears. Show yourself that compassion. Another thing you can do to build that confidence is develop a support system. So I usually like to say you got 5 fingers, right? You got 5 fingers on one hand. Put 5 people on. That's your support system. These are the ones that know about you, know what you're going through, know what you're dealing with. And support doesn't mean financial support. They can't support me financially. Support means that they're there for you in a way that is beneficial. I don't know if you understand that. They're there for you in a way that's beneficial. Financial support is great. It would be great to have someone to support me financially. But if it's not beneficial to me, such as is if financial support is only temporary and it's not beneficial to me, what else can they help me with? And a lot of times we think, oh, this person is not supportive. This person doesn't do this for me. This person doesn't do that for me. Stop thinking about what they don't do for you and start thinking about what they can do for you. Because we place them in a box. Like, these are the ones who really love you and support you, and we place them in a box based on what they can and can't do. You never know, that person might show up for you in the time of need, and this is why we don't ask for help. That person show up for you in a time of need where other people couldn't. So develop that support system and stop looking at what this person can or can't do for you. All right? Develop those support systems. Get your 5 people, one for each finger on one hand. And if you got 10 more, like if you got 5 more, put them on the other hand, right? These are your support system, and these are the people that know you and can help you figure out a plan at least. These are the people that's going to ask you, so what's the plan? Right? They're going to ask you, how you going to grow, get it? Sorry, I had to throw that one in there. Building confidence, it takes a lot. You set some goals and don't let your goals sit. Write it down and start planning. Make a plan, implement it. If you Google this, Google SMART goals. SMART goals are going to help you, especially when it's building confidence with asking for help. SMART goals. If your goal is to ask for some help, how are you going to do it? You got to make sure it's specific, measurable, and attainable. Like just Google SMART goals, right? Just achieving that little inch, that little ounce of success within these goals would definitely help you. And remember, take action. Don't let these goals sit. You're going to make some goals. And how are you going to make some goals and just, oh, I made some goals. Now it's time to watch them flourish. No. You got to take action. So practice. Start small. Make goals and take action. All right? You have to be willing. You have to be willing to take action. If you're not willing to take action, if you're not willing to actually do and implement a plan, then you're not ready to ask for help. And by you not being ready to ask for help, think about the stressors in your life and think about how easy they could become if we just ask for help. So to wrap this up, when you ask for help, it challenges that growth and development in so many ways. You start to develop a sense of self-awareness, coping skills, problem solving, communication skills, improved emotional regulation. And that is because when you are trying to manage these, I'm going to say difficult emotions, when you're trying to manage these difficult emotions, sometimes it's okay to ask for help. Don't beat yourself up and feel like you're the only one going through what you're going through. It's okay to ask for help. Maybe others have gone through what you've gone through. This is why it helps to improve that emotional regulation, because some of us do feel alone. You're not alone. So it helps to improve that emotional regulation. It helps to improve your resilience, and just overall, it helps you to build that self-awareness. You can identify what you feel, how you feel, and where you can benefit from help. You'll start to realize these things. All right. So this is my first official podcast about the art of asking. All right. I would love to hear your feedback, your comments. Email me, whatever you do. Just feedback is necessary for growth, and I will love that. All right. I'm your boy, Coach Tate, and I'm out. It's your boy, Coach Tate, and I'm out.